are live on YouTube. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, August the 8th. That would be 8/8/26. It is 5:15. We're right on time. I just finished loading the van because we do have a lot of donuts today for WhatADay. 178. It's a pretty good size order for them. We're still having the fogginess outside. I don't know if you noticed. I'm afraid I'm going to have to use the windshield wipers. So, I didn't go too crazy with the windshield, but, you know, it's that time of year. Let's see what we got here. Let's get Rosie going. Wake up, Rosie. Wake up, Rosie.
Connected to YouTube live stream of Booth ZJ3YTHI. Connected to YouTube live stream of Booth ZJ3YTHI.
Avoov. Avoov. This is why she said, oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This is why she said Avoov. There you go. That was Avoov. Avoov ZJ. All right. So that's good. That's on. Audio's on. We're ready to roll. So we got Lenny's. Lenny's has a pretty good size delivery. Pretty normal for Saturday. And then we've got WhatADay, which is 178 donuts, like I said. And then the rest of it's pretty normal. On the high side, but pretty normal. Here we go. Seatbelts on, lights on. Let's get out there, pursue some happiness, get going. Let's get this day going here. We are right on time today. It is 71 degrees. Oh, look at that guy. Out of nowhere, a bike comes out of nowhere. It's like that lady. I've got the lady that walks by every now and then. Now I got a bike. You got to be alert. You got to constantly be alert here in Hampstead, Maryland. It is 71 degrees. It is super humid. I think we're going to get a green light. I think he's stopping. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah, so WhatADay is, they filled up the cabinet, plus we've got 3 trays in the back. So we might have a little rattling from that. I think that's what that noise is. I know the cabinet's closed. I know that Lenny's is strapped in. So, yeah, it's just got to be that. There's a couple of trays like next to each other in the back that are probably going to rattle a little bit, just because they don't want me to forget they're there. I'm going to try not to use the windshield wiper. Since I did just wipe the windshield, just cleaned it, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If it stays dry, we'll go with that. We're a little fogged up. We're a little fogged up out there. Look at that. This is we're gonna make it, or is it gonna dry up? Yeah, a little bit. They were not working on the roads last night. Or at least I didn't see them this morning at all. I didn't see any evidence of that they were out last night. I never really know what the weekend, like, is Friday night. If they work overnight, which they do, is Friday night, you know, like if they start on Friday night, is that the end of the week and then they come back Monday, so they would not be here Sunday night into Monday. I think that's how it works. It's quiet out here today. Typical Saturday weekend morning. I don't know, guys. I might have to use the windshield wipers. I might have to use them. I don't think this is a good thing. Yeah, here we go. That didn't really help. It's still foggy. When we get to Lenny's, I'm definitely going to put those trays onto the rack. Lenny's is filling up the rack in the back. The rack in the back. So there's nothing I can really do about that right now. But when we get to Lenny's, I'm gonna, after we unload Lenny's, I'll put the 3 trays, one of which is being very loud this morning. I will put them on the rack. The back rack. Man, we go through a period or an area where the windshield dries up, and then we get into like, it's sort of fogginess. I think the humidity gets so dense that it steams up the window. But we kind of go in and out of it. So just try to ride it out. We're going to ride it out. Gas prices seem to be dropping again. Like that one's down to $3.95, so we're back below $4. I didn't really notice on the way up whether that was the case with some of the other stations. We'll have to check as we go. We did kill another bug right at my eye level, right looking out the windshield. Little one though, just little bug. Rain-X takes care of this. I don't think it does. That got rid of the bug though. The wiper got rid of the bug, but it's probably just... Alright, I gotta stop talking about the windshield. I'm driving myself crazy talking about the windshield. Alright, it's clearing up now. It's starting to clear up. And the weird thing is the side windows aren't having this. Like most of the time when it's really humid out.
Holla says good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Holla. Happy Saturday. We're riding through areas this morning that look, see what's going on with the windshield right now? Like that's on the outside. So originally I was thinking, okay, well they'll just be short little phases. I won't need to use the windshield wipers, but that didn't work. It got so bad that I had to use the windshield wipers. But it comes and goes. It's been so humid the last couple days. It's 71 degrees, so it's not super hot. And I don't think it's going to get that hot today. I think we're going to be in the 80s today.
Holla says, did you try cleaning it?
I did. So before I left the bakery, I did clean it. So I tried not to use the windshield wipers. So it's really, I think it's clean. I don't think the windshield wipers are really creating any trouble, but although I did kill a bug, and we probably killed a couple bugs between then and here. So yeah, it's been going, like it'll clear up for a while and then all of a sudden we'll go through another section that's like, I guess it's sort of foggy, but it doesn't look foggy.
Holla says both inside and outside.
Actually I did the inside yesterday.
There's 007 says good morning, Craig, and at Holla 6448, hope all's well.
Hey Chris, good morning. All going well here. How are you doing over there? Our weather is not bad, but in the morning
There's 007 says cheers, Craig. I would be better if the price of fuel would not keep going up, lol, it's crazy. And also weather forecast, no rain for another 2 weeks, not good.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Chris Ayers 007 says at Holla 6448, cheers, hope your weekend is good.
Alright, I'm gonna go down the business route today. Look at that, we got the green light. The green light, that was our signal. This was the right decision. Yeah, I think our gas prices have started to drop a little bit again. It's been a yo-yo summer. I think I do need to clean the window again though. Now that, well, let's see. If we don't fog up between here and Lenny's, and I don't think we will, then we'll
There's 007 says, yeah, and the electric cars cost the same to charge from public chargers, so government got us by the balls here, and I uploaded a video, a cat stalking a rat at my local supermarket, lol.
What? Cat stopping a rat. That sounds interesting. I gotta check that out. I haven't seen a rat for a long time. I used to see rats every now and then downtown. There were some big ones. And every now and then on the subway tracks, like when I'd be waiting for a train, a rat would run by. Down on the subway though. Like we'd be on the platform, it would be down on the tracks.
Holla says, I think the inside needs cleaning. Chris Ayers 007 says, always animals attract to me, I don't know why. I may have been some saint in my previous life, haha.
See, animals can tell. Animals can tell if you're friendly. Yeah, Holla, I think that slightly smeary look is the outside, because I did wipe the inside yesterday. We'll see what happens when I wipe the outside, if it goes away. Got that, now we've got the blur around the lights. The lights are a little fuzzy. If we're not going to steam up again, I could go out there and wipe it down.
There's 007 says, yeah, those birds keep landing at my window. I would not mind if they didn't do it at 5 a.m. lol.
I've seen a groundhog in my backyard a couple times this year, which is very unusual. I've never seen a groundhog well, I've seen groundhogs, but I've never seen one hanging around in our neighborhood. Why is this person going so slow? This person's going very slow.
There's 007 says, Groundhog Day lol.
Yes. It is. It's kind of like Groundhog Day. Yeah, I think that smeariness is on the outside. I do. Because look, if I wipe here, yeah, see, that's not changing it. Like, I'm just looking.
Holla says, why are they called groundhogs? Are there also space or air hogs?
Maybe. Like a water hog is really like a beaver is kind of like a water hog. Sort of. Same kind of body style. It's like a similar model, different make. Go in this. Here we go. Let's go in this laundromat. Nice and bright, open 24 hours. Anybody got anything they want me to wash? We're going to clean the windshield in here. I'm sure there are cameras all over the place. They're probably watching me. That's weird. Alright, let's go here. Alright, hang on. I'll do this real quick. Actually, grab it different. Now watch, as soon as we do this, we're going to go through a section of the road where we go get all steamed up.
There 007 says I need to get one of those HEPA air filters. I keep getting a smoke smell at night and it's making me unwell, pain in chest and coughing, been going on 6 months now. It is weird.
Oh, that's weird. Alright, here we go, everybody. My seatbelt on before it beeps at me. Oh, I didn't make it. We got an emergency situation. There we go. All right, I think that'll help. It's better, it's not perfect. I clean the camera lens every day, so I don't think it's that. But yeah, we're still getting some fuzzy stuff around the lights, but otherwise, I think it looks okay. So we've got Lenny's and WhatADay, and WhatADay is a pretty big order today. 178 donuts. Where do you think the smoke is coming from?
There's 007 says 178 cool. Now Holla says good job Craig, not only do you bring the donuts, you do windows.
I do a lot of windows. Well, I do windshields. I do windshields. And I specialize in just like one small section of windshields.
Airs007 says I am not sure as thought it was a neighbor but his window's closed so not him and can't see smoke from outside so must be an apartment below mine.
But it's not like cigarette smoke. It's like a, I think you said a chemical. I've never had one of those like air filter things. Never used one.
Holla says those filters are pretty good, they help. Airs007 says no, it was like metallic burning, smell like a battery burning or something really noxious.
Huh.
Now Holla says I have 3.
So that, is it a filter that goes somewhere on your central heating or air, or is it a unit that sits? Oh, you know what? I've noticed, I think my dentist has units sitting around that are supposed to clean the air. I noticed that, I think they got them back in the COVID days. They've got something in their office that does something like that.
Holla says mine are separate. Airs007 says it's a unit that sits on the floor or table that's supposed to clean the air.
Okay. Oh, Chris, I meant to tell you, I saw a report the other day about on the 12th of August, you guys are going to get a solar eclipse. Like, I don't think you're going to see the total. You're not in the area that sees the total eclipse, but I think you're going to see quite a bit of it. Do you know that's happening on the 12th?
Holla says yes, that's the kind I have.
I just saw that the other day about the eclipse. It's only a few days away, right? When's the 12th? Saturday. Today's the 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12, 4 days. So that would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I guess it's on Wednesday this is happening. It's going through Spain, but I think it's going to affect, you should be able to see it, I think.
Airs007 says yeah, partial eclipse or something, I think. Yeah, I heard about that.
Should be pretty cool. I don't remember how much you're gonna see. but it's definitely cool. Don't look at the sun. Don't look at the sun. You should buy glasses. We had an eclipse that we could see pretty well the other, maybe 4 years ago. I forget what year it was. 4 or 5 years ago. Very cool thing. If you get a chance to see it, you should try to see it. Blinking lights. And then we're going to have a lunar eclipse at the end of the month. They're kind of cool. What are we doing down here? Something's going on. Something's going on. What is this all about? We must be power washing something. All right, I'm gonna come up here. Let me do this. We're not going to be near Lenny's today. All right, guys, let me see what's going on here. Maybe we could wash by. If the windshield is still dirty, we can just drive by and have them power wash it. You're probably not going to be able to hear me when I'm in there. Because I'm going to be too far away. Got some excitement out here. A lot going on out here this morning. lot of cleaning going on down there. All right, let's do this. All right. Spot that's not going to roll. All right, let's start with the chocolate top cookies. Yeah. 40 of them. And then we've got 36 large Danish. All right, these guys are like spraying the sidewalk up there. Oh. He's like basically spraying right where I'm going to be walking in a few minutes. Hopefully he doesn't spray my Danish. That wouldn't go good. That's not going to be good. I walk by, it's like spraying all over my... Don't spray my Danish! Okay. Oh, and then they got... Oh, and you know what? I learned something today. Hold on. It's kind of loud out here. I learned that they do sell the rainbow cakes by the slice. I think the other day I said I didn't think they did, but I learned that they do. You know, that guy, I see one of the employees from Lenny's walking up there. Keep an eye on me. All right. Stay there. Oh, they sprayed that off the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not very considerate.
When he knocked, when he came.
Yeah.
When he came, he knocked the door.
But I had that in the door.
Yeah, but he didn't open. I don't think he opened when he...
Oh, my God. All right, man. Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. Hold on, guys. Hang on. Hang on. All right. So, they're not the most considerate people. Let me just say that. mean, I didn't think he was going to stop. Oh, look at the windshield. Look at our windshield. I don't
There's
think,
007 says yikes.
I don't think the windshield has anything to do with them. I don't think. I don't know though. No, I was afraid he wasn't going to stop. But I kept walking. I kept walking. I was not going to be deterred. The donuts must be delivered.
Imagine if he had sprayed you with the hose, Craig Lalda would not have been a good day.
No. It wouldn't have been a good day for him, I'm telling you. He would have been buying 36 Danish. Chocolate top cookies probably would have survived, although that thing is very forceful. You know how I put like a pamphlet in the door to keep it from closing or locking when I come out? Well, I did that, and when I went back up there, he had sprayed the door so hard that it knocked the paper out, so the door was basically locked.
There's 007 says lol, yeah.
But the door was locked when I went up there. Well, it wasn't locked because the guy came out. The guy from Lenny's came out because he saw what happened. But yeah, they're kind of, it's a little disruptive. All right, on our way to WhatADay. Here we go. That was pretty funny. And the sprayer is so powerful that it has kicked up some of the tiles that are on the sidewalk. So like they've got, part of the sidewalk has sort of
There's 007 says let's make like a tree and get the heck out of here, lol.
Make like a tree and get the heck out of here? How does a tree do that? I'm confused. Make like a tree would be stuck there for the rest of its life. Hang on, we're coming over here. Make like a tree. What is that saying though? It can't be make like a tree. Oh, I watched another YouTube video the other day that was talking about phrases that we use in the United States that people in the UK, that sound funny to people in the UK. Like stuff like, I didn't know, I think they have like 15 different things that we say. Stuff like we say parking lot, you don't say, you guys say, I think you guys say car park.
There's 007 says lol, I stole that from Biff. He's meant to say make like a tree and leave, but he gets it wrong in the movie Haha. Now
yeah,
Donna
yeah.
says make like a tree and leave.
Leave,
Now Holla says you need a system like that in the van. This was you could wash the trays before you get back to bakery.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We could have like a little thing that's just an attachment on the side of the van. And when I come out of WhatADay, I'll just spray them off before I get in the van. Dry by the time I get back. But it was spraying. By the way, good morning, Donna. I see that you're on. Welcome. Happy Saturday. It is spraying so powerfully that it's knocking the... It looks like a marble kind of tile slab of some sort, but they have these little square slabs. It's kicking some of them up.
Holla says good morning Donna. Chris Ayres 007 says car park is what we call it in the UK and gas station is petrol station ANF soccer is football here lol also good morning at Donaku 594.
Yeah, there were a couple that they said, one of them that was funny is you don't use the word eraser. Like the erasers that we have, you call them rubbers. Which is pretty funny, because if you were in the U.S. and you said to somebody, "I need a rubber," you would get a very different thing. That one I thought that one was pretty funny.
Holla says takeout is called walk away.
Oh, they didn't tell us that one. Is that right? A walk away? What else did they say? They had a few of them that I thought were kind of clever. I knew the, what do you call...
Donna says I like that you say hospital and university and we say the hospital to university. Chris 007 says lol yeah rubber haha but most people don't use pencils anymore. Rare to even write with pen and paper everything digital now.
That's true. That's true. I still write with a pencil. I like pencils. I think I learned once that if you write with pencil, it lasts longer. Like ink can fade, but pencil does not fade.
There's 007 says lol at Donaku 594 that's exactly the same. Chris Ayres 007 says I do need to get out of the UK it's becoming third world Craig. I seen in London they have had to install squat toilets as so many non-British people there now and they don't use a normal toilet lol. Now Donna says we put the in front of and you don't. Now Holla says well, here in the US, they have a lot of names for sandwiches, Heroes, Grinder, Foggy.
I'm trying to think of what some of the other ones were that they said on this show. It's pretty good. Look, we're steaming up again, a little bit. But I don't want to use the...
Donna says and cannot say word for cigarettes. Chris Ayres 007 says chips in the UK are like fries and crisps here are potato chips.
Oh, right.
Chris Ayres 007 says at Donaku 594 lol it begins with an F lol.
Yes, that's right. They did say that one. What was the other one? They had a bunch of them that were pretty good. One of them, the UK word was bonnet. What
Holla
is?
says it's funny to me how rubbers, pencils, and erasers are all intermingled, related but not related. Chris Ayres 007 says truck in the UK is called a lorry. Now
Oh,
Donna
yeah.
says what do you call diapers? Chris Ayres 007 says bonnet is a car hood. Now Holla says hood.
That's right. That's right. Oh, and vacation. That was one too. Like we have the word holiday, but it's usually.
Ayres 007 says at Donaku 594 Nappies.
Nappies? What's a nappy?
Ayres 007 says vacation we call it holiday. Chris Ayres 007 says nappy is a baby's diaper. Chris Ayres 007 says pacifier is a dummy here haha. Now Donna says nappy is a diaper. Now Holla says but even here in a soda and pop are used depending where you are.
That's true. Is pop more down south? Do they use pop more down south? I know there are people that use that.
Holla says I hope to take a nappy.
I hope you don't need a nappy. That would be bad if you were sitting over in the UK. You said, "I need a nappy." You might be surprised with what you get. Everybody's saying.
Donna says an hour homely means ugly and yours means opposite.
Really? Homely? So in the UK.
Holla says where would that tour bus be going?
I don't know. That's weird, right? Maybe it's going to WhatADay. We're like back in a neighborhood. There's really nothing to tour here. Maybe it's somebody that does live streams, but he's like taking it to the next level. He's having live streams in real life. It's going to be a new thing. I'm going to have to get a bus. Think of that though. Think that's an interesting concept. Live streams in real life.
Holla says no. What if I said I had a dirty nappy?
So
Now Donna says yes, watch TV shows and if they like a home they call it homely and we would say homey.
it is funny. I wonder if some of the gaps in language like that, or the differences, will become less like the more communication gets easier between, like I think TV probably has an impact on it. Like, we probably know more of these because we've seen them used in TV shows. But now that we kind of like all just talk to each other, like, do you find yourself, Chris, I'm asking you, do you find yourself when you're chatting with people in the U.S., do you intentionally try to use the words that we understand to mean things? You know what I mean? You haven't really ever said anything that I didn't understand.
Holla says this is truly a morning educational programming. I will try to summarize everything I have learned. Chris Ayres 007 says most annoying thing is you write your dates wrong way around, as in the UK we write them the right way, and I am okay understanding the differences, but I lived in the USA for a year, so adapted.
No, you know, I write my dates. I usually write my dates, I think, more similar to yours. Like, if I was going to write this date, I write it as 2026 08 08. Well, it's the 8th. So, but like, I do the year, the month, and then the day when I write out a date. I started doing that because, like, if you want to sort date in order, that way date will always be in the right order. If you do
Holla says it does matter today. Now Donna says cause if you went into CVS and asked for nappies would probably get funny looks.
Oh.
Chris Ayres 007 says, like, for example, 9/11 was actually 11th of September it happened. In the UK we write it as 11th of the 9th, for example.
Oh, see, 11th of the 9th. Oh no, I don't do it that way either. I do dates, well, if I'm going to write out a date, I do it the traditional US way. But usually when I write the dates in a file or something, I do it year, month, day. Donna, you said CVS. That reminded me. Like, drugstore is one of the things that in the UK, I don't think they use the word drugstore. Like, they call the store pharmacy. They call the store the pharmacy.
Donna says yes. Started doing that in Excel to sort correct LR.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris Ayres 007 says lol at Donaku 594. The annoying thing is you add taxes to the goods at the checkouts, whereas in the UK it's already all included on the tag price. Chris Ayres 007 says pharmacy, in UK it is. Chris Ayres 007 says or chemist.
Yeah, we don't use chemist at all. We use pharmacy, but that's just that one section within the drugstore. So our drugstores are a little bit, I don't think you have things like our drugstores, right? Or at least not anything that you call a drugstore. I think it would, well, I guess they can't price things with the tax included, because the tax rates are different in every state. That's probably why we don't do that.
Air007 says, okay Craig, if we called it a drugstore here it would be raided by cops, haha.
Yeah. Yeah, your drugstores would be like our dispensaries. That's actually a drugstore. I think we should change that in America. We should call dispensaries drugstores. Drugstores are really convenience stores. With a pharmacy attached.
Holla says, I call chains drugstores but private neighborhood ones pharmacy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, we finally got out of the fogginess. Like, my windshield, except for the area right in front of the camera, my windshield has been pretty fogged up most of this ride, but now it's finally cleared up. It would be nice if the price on the product had tax included. That would be nice. What about if you go to buy a car? Does the price tag, when you go to a car dealership and look at a car, does it have the tax included there? That would be a big difference. Can you imagine if car dealerships posted the price of what it's actually going to cost you to drive the car?
Air007 says, yes, it's all included when you buy a car.
Wow. That would, yeah, in the U.S. that would freak people out because the difference between what you see when you walk into a car dealership, and then by the time you walk out, you got taxes, registrations, all kinds of fees. It's crazy.
Holla says, is it possible that tour bus is going to see the gained white horse and the tall Pepsi girl? Now Donna says, I think you call sausages bangers.
Bangers? That could be interesting. So in the U.S., so if you so like somebody in the U.K. might wake up this morning and say, hey, for breakfast this morning I want a banger. That's a whole...
Donna says, bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash. It's not getting any better. Bangers and what is mash?
Sayers007 says lol.
I want a plump and juicy banger this morning.
Donna says maybe I have it wrong.
I hope not.
Holla says what if they want a sausage and also an eraser? Now Donna says I have heard of it as a meal.
A sausage and an eraser is a meal? Bangers and mash. Oh, like maybe they mash, instead of scrambled eggs, do they call it mashed eggs? I don't know. I'm just making that up. I have no idea. You just don't want to, if you put an eraser on your sausage, what time is it? Oh, look, it's only 6:20. We got here in pretty good time, even with our odd Lenny's delivery. Let's see if they see me.
Sayers007 says no lol, it's still scrambled egg here, haha.
So what does mash, does mash mean something?
Donna says AI says it's sausages and mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay. Mashed potatoes. All right. Bangers and mash.
Holla says yes, they are called bangers, but I think I remember them tasting different, like the spices.
I wonder why the differences came up.
Holla says also in Ireland they call sausage pudding, like blood pudding.
Blood pudding. Blood pudding sounds weird. Even sausage pudding. Blood. What? In Ireland, they call sausage pudding. Blood pudding. What is, so is blood pudding like would be blood sausage? You don't want to have a bloody banger. Oh my goodness. All right, let me go. Let me.
Donna says blood pudding cannot be imported to USA. Now Holla says, but even within us we have different na.es depending where you are.
I think that's a good idea. Let's keep the blood pudding. I think we should stay away from blood pudding. It doesn't.
There's 007 says OL.
I'm a little scared of blood pudding. All right, let's try to call. I think I got a call. Oh. Good morning. Perfect timing.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong?
Biscuits.
Good morning. How you doing?
Should I call you hot biscuits?
Yes.
They look hot. So the guy in there is, I guess they're making biscuits for their breakfast sandwiches. And I walked in there and I'm like, biscuits! Like, the guy was like, what did you call me? Ah, shit. All right, let me get the trays. Let me get your cabinet over here. What did I do? There we are. Okay. So we've got 3 of the trays are in there. Got somebody coming up fast.
07 says Holla, 6,448 IM
Is it 6:30 yet? 6:29. This guy's gonna be waiting for 1 minute. Oh, there's our first.
Anything else?
All right, let me get you guys turned a little bit.
Anything else today?
We've already got drive-through action. We got drive-through action already. All right, first tray is out there, the Boston cream. Eavesdropping. I'm eavesdropping. Latte's getting a latte. All right, he's getting no pastries. No pastries. Donuts. More donuts. We got 178 donuts for anyone who is curious about exactly how many donuts you're going to see passing by your screen today. 20 on a tray. Here we got the chocolate frosted is the biggie. Oops. Hang on. Let me listen for this. Come on, Rosie. I saw that you typed something. I saw a message pop up. Rosie.
Holla says, really, Chris? Maybe I am mistaken, but they are part of the tradition Irish breakfast, aka the full breakfast.
Oh, we're talking about Irish food again? Don't let Holla go to Ireland just yet. He's not ready. Holla, if you've got a trip planned to Ireland, let's talk about.
There's 007 says at Holla 6,448 I know of bubble and squeak and black pudding but never heard of blood pudding lol.
Holla's, I can see Holla sitting down at a diner in Ireland, and he says to the says to the waitress, "I'd like to have a bloody banger, please." Oh my goodness. All right, we've got the donuts out now. Here come the Danish and the cinnamon buns. I don't think any of those people ordered pastries, so I think they're probably just waiting for their cronuts and 2 more donuts. Boom, we're on the bottom tray there. Bottom, filled that thing up. All right, that's closed.
We do not have donut shops in the UK, Craig, believe it or not.
You don't have donut
Now
shops.
Holla says, but first I need an eraser for my pencil.
You need an eraser for your pencil? Is that what we're calling it now? A pencil? All right, I'm gonna leave you like that so you can see the drive-thru just in case somebody comes by. Oh look, I've been so long today that the light went out. Drive-thru's hopping already.
Huh? I worked at
Oh, there we go. All right, see you guys. Yeah, have a good day, Biscuits. I'll take that. trees. Guess the morning rush is over. All right. WhatADay delivered. Lenny's is done. I don't think we need gas today. We're a little bit, we're at 3/8 of a tank. So we can do gas tomorrow. We don't need it to stop today for gas. Wow, there's a big bee hovering outside the windshield. I wonder where he went. There's a giant bumblebee out there. Let me see. And it's on the hood. Got this giant bumblebee out there. He's flying away now. All right, I was gonna see if he was sitting on the hood. I was gonna show him to you, but he's not. He's floating around. He's not interested in hanging out with us.
Holla says, do you call them supermarkets, Chris? Chris Ayers 007 says, cheers Craig, hope your weekend is a good one, sir. Lol, I see the bee. Chris Ayers 007 says at Holla 6,448, yeah.
Did you see the bee? I think the weekend is going to be okay. I think we're in that thunderstorm in the afternoon type of weather. And it's kind of
Ayers 007 says, yeah, it was big as I seen it on the camera.
Really? Wow. He was hanging around the van for a while there. All right. Well, at least I think we're done with the humidity. Well, I mean, it's still humid, but we're not going to be steaming up anymore, I don't think. Sun's up.
Donna says warm and humid here for a week.
Yeah, but it looked like our temperatures are going to be like not crazy. They're hot, but not like crazy hot. Like today, I think we're just going to get into the upper 80s, maybe 90. But
says I caught yesterday's thunderstorm. I am trying to decide what to do with it.
I don't think we had a... Oh, you know what? I think we did have a thunderstorm yesterday. Late. I forgot about that. We did.
says humid is definitely a factor here. Now Donna says yeah, no heat alert but warn.
Yeah, I don't mind the 80s. Actually, the 80s were very good. I like the 80s. Little rumbles.
Holla says I enjoy the 70s. Now Donna says humid equals bad hair days.
That's true. Yeah, the humidity, the lower that can be, the better, always. That's for sure. The 70s were good.
Donna says thank goodness for hair gel or it would be cows.
Fortunately, mine is short enough that it really doesn't affect it. I used to have pretty long hair back in the 80s. I did the 80s hair thing. To go, wow, I just thought about it. I used to go to a hair salon type place to get my hair cut. They'd wash your hair, go in, somebody would grab you before the lady that was going to cut my hair was ready. They'd take me back, wash my hair. Go and sit down. What was that called? Feathering? What was it called? Where they like layer your hair? Was it layering? Feathering? Something like that. I went to the same lady to cut my hair 30 years, 30 or 40 years, something like that. Rosemary. Rosemary Salcone. Rosemary Salcone.
Donna says learned to cut my hair during COVID and haven't gone to hairdresser since.
Well, that's what I did the same thing, Donna. I haven't gone back. I was when
Holla says it's hard to switch barbers, especially if you go in your own neighborhood.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost like if you go to another barber, it's like you're cheating on them. But I did the same thing, Don. I stopped going. I was going to a barber shop not far from my house, and
Holla says it can be traumatic.
it can. Well, finding the right
Holla
person.
says very awkward.
It is, and I like, if you're going to the same barber or stylist, then you don't have to kind of explain what you want every time, you know, you can just kind of like, they know what you're looking for. But yeah, I do it myself now. I got clippers, and I just, ever since COVID, I have not gone back.
Donna says, and a lot of men's hairstyles look like they need trimming often. Chris Ayers 007 says, was just reading about a tree that died today. It's very sad as it is in Sherwood Forest and was 1100 years old. Robin Hood probably stood under it at one point. So crazy how long trees can live.
Oh. Wow.
Donna says often thought barber would be a great profession.
It would be a good profession. I mean, it's constant. Unfortunately, though, I think COVID did teach a lot of people how to do their own hair.
007 says, I will post a photo of it on my YouTube page. It was cool looking for a tree.
What type of tree was it? And how did it die? Did it die of natural causes? Or did something get to it?
Chris 007 says oak tree, and yeah, old age got it.
We had an oak tree, it was called the Y Oak in Maryland. It's an extremely old tree. I think it was the oldest oak tree in Maryland, or where, I don't know how far out it was, but it was one of the oldest trees. It was called the Y Oak. It was on the eastern shore of Maryland. We actually got a seedling in the 70s. My mother got a seedling from that tree, and we had a descendant of that Y Oak in my yard. But unfortunately, it died. Maybe, I don't know if it's been 10 years yet. Maybe 8 years ago. No, it hasn't been 10 years. Because it's actually in a couple of the pictures of the puppies, and that was 10 years ago. So that oak tree died maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I was pretty sad about that. Because it was a descendant of the white oak. So oaks must live a long time. The one I had did not. It got some kind of, it was attacked by some kind of, I don't know what the guy told me. I don't know if it was a bug or some kind of, like a tree disease of some sort. But I had like one section of it was dying off, and when I called the tree guy to come and look at it, he's like, "There's nothing we can do." I felt like if you go to the doctor and you're terminally ill, that's sort of that was the report I got on it. So that is sad. 1,000 years is a long time. Did you say 1,100 years? I mean, that tree was like over there growing. That tree was hanging out over there before we even had a country. Long before. Like, we've only been around for a quarter of its life. That's pretty crazy. Where is Sherwood Forest? Like, what area?
Holla says tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Chris Ayers 007 says yeah, Craig. Holla says I have been seeing a lot of the lanternflies and game.
Oh, really? I haven't seen too many of them.
Ayers 007 says yeah, even before 1066 Norman invasion of the UK and the Crusades, law in Sherwood Forest is in Nottingham. The Robin Hood story was based on the Earl of Huntingdon. Robin Hood was real.
It is kind of sad. Think about how long that tree's been around.
There's 007 says yeah.
How do they know? I mean, I know that when you cut down a tree, you can tell how old it was by the rings, right? But before you cut it down, how do you know how old it was? How did it look? I mean, did it look good for 1,000?
Holla says, did you hear about the other death last week?
The other death?
Chris Ayers 007 says probably carbon dated it.
Oh, okay. No. I don't think I did. Was it a person?
Holla says the meteorologist who came up with the whole real field temperature thing.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Huh.
Holla says he was only 62 but felt like 97.
Is that a joke? Like, was that whole thing a joke, or did you just make up the last part? Was there really? Oh God. That should be like the real look. People should have a look. They should have their age, and then they have their real look. Their real appearance. Or that's funny.
Donna says love to know what Craig was thinking in between.
Well, I was just thinking I didn't know that there was a person. Like, I mean, I'm sure there was somebody that sat down one time and said, well, we're going to do this math such and such a way. But that's what I was thinking. In between, I was thinking, I don't even know, I didn't even know there was one person that was, you know, sort of designated as the person who came up with that idea.
Holla says lol.
Oh my God.
Donna says I think the point is there wasn't.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Donna says too funny.
I think Rosie's responsible for some of the extra effort in that joke. she paused just long enough for me to try to figure out, like, do I know? I was really thinking, do I know the person? It was like, I don't know that I ever heard about a person. I mean, I didn't get myself too emotionally worked up, thank goodness.
Donna says now goal will be to see what I can tell Craig that he will believe.
Oh look, they're paving this road. Wow. They're doing a lot of road work. They're doing a lot of road work in Carroll County that is just above and beyond. Like this, there was nothing wrong with this road. This road's been fine. And they're already changing it up.
Holla says it was separate chats. I did it strategically.
You did.
Donna says great skill Holla. Now Donna says laughing so hard I am crying.
What is this? Look at this. Look at this little family of, what is this thing? It's like a pheasant. What is that bird? Big ass bird. It's a big ass bird. What is that thing? Is that a turkey? I had a car behind me or I would have stopped. Well, I did stop because I didn't want to hit the bird, but I would have stopped longer if I didn't have that car behind me.
There's 007 says lol.
They paved this whole road. Like we were just on this road yesterday. Right? And it wasn't paved yesterday, so that's pretty fast.
Holla says that is amazing. It's miles.
Yeah, like they must have done that during the day yesterday, I guess. Uh-oh, where did Bob go? Bob must have gone to the store to get something. His truck is not here. Boom. All right. Good. All right, everyone. Another successful trip. Guess what? Here comes a bakery person. They're in a rush to watch. a look.
Airs007 says, hope you have a great weekend. Craig, catch you and the gang on the next one. Cheers.
All right, sounds
Now
good,
Donna
Chris.
says, have a great day. Thanks for the laughs. Now Holla
Yeah,
says,
really.
take care,
That was a
everyone.
good one. That was a good one, Holla. That was a good one today. You got me on that one. You definitely did. All right, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Look, people are rolling in. Look at this. Another one flying in. Bakery is hopping. Tomorrow's Sunday. 6 o'clock tomorrow. I think I put I did. I set up the upcomings. So anyway, all right, guys. Be good. Have a great day. And I will see you again later.